Hi everyone, it's Suey. Today is the last day of September, and so I'm doing my monthly wrap-up, monthly check-in, letting you know what I read and listened to this past month of September and what I plan to read in October. As you may or may not know, I was gone the first 2 weeks of the month on a big, long road trip, and sometimes I don't do very well reading while on a vacation, but since we were on the road and I could listen to stuff, I actually managed to get a lot in this month. Before we start on that, I wanted to tell you that I snuck in one more book for August, The Unlikelies by Carrie Firestone. And I finished this on the last day of August after I'd filmed my wrap-up of last month and my August reporting. I really enjoyed this one. It's a summary book. These 5 kids get together. They've all done some interesting thing in the community, and so they found each other at an awards ceremony, and then they decided to call out people who were bullying kids, and they started giving care packages to the bullies and the people who were being bullied. And kind of just goes from there. And it's just all their backgrounds and the little love story. And they called themselves The Unlikelies. So I really enjoyed this one. I didn't have it quite finished when we left on our trip. It was available on Libby. And so I finished reading it in the car, just the last couple of chapters. So that was cool. But so this one technically is an August book, but I didn't talk to you about it before. And it was my last YA for August. And then in the car, I listened to, first of all, One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Kind of an interesting triangle story where the girl falls in love and she gets married, and then she thinks her husband dies in an accident, and then she ends up falling in love with the other guy that she kind of knew at the beginning too, and then the husband comes back. He didn't die after all. So now what's she supposed to do, and who's she supposed to pick? And then I also listened to Slow Dance by Rainbow Rowell. This is another one that I've been really wanting to get to eventually, and it was available on the Libby. It's a romance between our couple who were really good friends in high school, and then they met again at their mutual friend's second wedding 14 years later, and they reconnect. And so we get their romance happening again. They were never actually together in high school, but they should have been, kind of. So we get their romance happening and all the backstory of what happened in high school too. So I really enjoyed that one. Then I also listened to Everything is Tuberculosis by John Green. This was a real short listen. Managed to do that probably on just one part of our drive. It goes into the history of the disease and the science that has of the cures that have happened over the years, and highlights a boy named Henry in Sierra Leone who he met, and we follow his story and his end. And I really enjoyed it. Then I also read The Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon, Volume 1. Here's Volume 2, which I have ready to go for October. These are teeny tiny little books, and they're very, very popular, and people are going crazy over them. It's a Regency romance kind of thing told in diary form. Emma's real snarky and really sarcastic, and it's just really fun. So I read the first volume while on the trip. And then I also read a book called Rewiring Your Mind for AI. This was by David Wood, who is a neighbor of mine. And he said to me one day, could you read my book that I just published? And I'm like, sure. And I'm interested in the AI subject anyway. And so this is a book about how we can use AI for our benefit and figure out what the bad things are about it and what the good things are, and use the good things and how ways you can use it for your job. There's a lot of stuff about jobs and how we don't need to think of it as like cheating, depending on how we use it. It's really interesting. You should check it out. I came home and there was another book. Somebody had emailed me to review a book, and usually I ignore those these days, but this one sounded so perfect for me. And so I did say yes, I would review it. And that one's called Falling Like Leaves by Misty Wilson. And it is a YA small town romance with a fall setting, all the fall activities, and really cute romance. And I totally loved it, of course. And I'm excited because I think we're going to have more books by this author set in this small town. It has a really great Gilmore Girls vibe. And then I started this one. We went to see Casey West last week. This is her first adult romance. We Met Like This. She usually writes sweet YA, so this is very much different from all of her other books. It's about a girl who wants to be a literary agent and she loves meet cutes. But she met the guy in the book just on the dating app. So that's why we met like this. And they keep matching. And so finally they're starting to connect. I might finish this one tomorrow. So it will probably technically count as an October read, but I'm almost done. So that's what I'm working on right now. And then in October, like I said, I've got this one from the library, so I have to read it before I take it back. That won't take too long, so short. Then I will be reading Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen for October's In Real Life Book Club. I'm excited to do this one. I know I've read it before, I don't remember anything. And this is a book that we bought while we were on our trip when we managed to go to one of the bookstores there. I was hoping to see bookstores all across the country, but we only went to one, really. But I bought a book, so there you go. And I also started Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor before all these other books became available. And so I'm hoping that I will be able to keep reading it once I finish some of these other ones. Fantasy. Oh, I wanted to work on House of Leaves a little more. I picked it up and I've read a few chapters of that lately, so we'll see if I can do that one for October reading. So if I do that one and these, I'll be doing good. I also started on my Kindle The Passion of Dulce by Julie Berry because we saw her a few weeks ago also here at a signing, and I just really want to read that book, and so I started it. So I've started many books, and hopefully I will have a chance to finish them all this month. We also got her new book, which I don't have because Tori took it already, called If Looks Could Kill. Hopefully I will read that one sooner than later too, and it would be a good October read, probably also. Anyway, those are my plans for October. At the end of the month and into November, I'm hoping to do a buddy read for Ramona Helen Hunt Jackson. This would count as a classic. So Northanger Abbey will count, and then this one will count, and then maybe I'll be kind of caught up on my own classic challenge. We have a Kurt Vonnegut coming up too, so that would be book number 6. Oh, and I just saw this. This would be great for October, and it would be fast and easy. I hear it's really, really scary though. Maybe I'll try to fit it into. That's a lot. So there's my catch up on what I'm reading, what I read, what I listened to. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a great reading month too. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.